Where is Kobe on your all-time list, and why does he fall short of the GOAT conversation in your eyes?
He's easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as an off guard. He ain't, but he didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2. And because we're making the argument about LeBron in terms of his versatility, being a guy that could play 4 different positions, being a point forward, being a guy that's a 27-point per game scorer, and kind of things that he's been able to do, and we have him on the Mount Rushmore. Nobody's resume supersedes that of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar outside of Bill Russell. But we know that Bill Russell wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a talent. He was as a leader and a champion and a winner, 11 titles in 13 years. But when you look at Kareem and the all-time scoring champion before LeBron eclipsed him, the only individual in the history of the sport with one patented move that was considered unstoppable. Everybody knew the sky hook, all right? 6-time champion, 19-time All-Star, what he was able to do. But LeBron's resume, in a lot of people's eyes, 10 NBA Finals, 4 MVPs, 4 championships, and what he's been able to do with his versatility, I look at Kobe, and even though I would rather have Kobe, particularly in tight situations, my attitude was Kobe's number 2 off guard, so automatically I didn't think about him as the GOAT. That was my argument.
He's number 2 off guard. He's not in the top 5.
And I said he might be in the top 5.
Oh, might be. Okay.
The only reason I say not top 5, I'm talking about Kareem. You say, like, some people say Tim Duncan's the best power forward ever. They look at Kareem as opposed to Russell or Shaq or somebody. You're including all of those names. But when you talk about the off guard position, I think it's MJ and then it's Kobe.
And just quickly, Kareem also almost whooped Bruce Lee's ass in Game of Death, so that would elevate him in the GOAT discussion. But no, let's move over to Cemetery Larry. Obviously, you took issue with Kobe not being mentioned amongst the GOATs.
No, I didn't take issue with that at all. I take issue with minimizing Kobe's legacy in order for another slot to be taken up. And it's not even about, he has an opinion. He can say what he wants, and everybody can, right? But we talking about legacy. You're talking about somebody that's gone, that could obviously speak for himself when he's here. So there's nobody that can actually be the spokesman for someone who's passed and that can say, what do you mean Shaq carried me? What do you mean it don't count because he was on my team? What do you mean you don't know what a three-peat means? And we almost did it twice because of a short season of a CBA agreement. And we got swept. We got swept because of the turmoil in our team and shortened season. But then you look at Kobe Bryant's whole legacy, it's not about the whole stats and the RMBAs and none of that to me. You say 1A, 1B. There can't be a number 2 if you got 1A, 1B.
Okay.
So at the legacy point, when you're like, all right, Kobe, man, rest in peace. You did everything you needed to do to lead this next generation, and hopefully they leave the game as you left it. And he left the game as scoring 15,000 and 17,000 in 2 different jerseys, introducing the mama mentality. This ain't got nothing to do with stats. This ain't got nothing to do with accomplishments and awards. It's just influence and inspiration. I think greatness outside of the 1A is right there.
When they argue he's the closest thing to Jordan, then you put him at like
number 6.
Yeah, if I'm the closest thing to greatness, how can I be that far?
And then you put somebody else in front of me who's done less.
Yeah, but you also got to see. Respectfully, look, that's where we let emotion get into the mix. And let me tell you why. We all miss the Black Mamba. I know I had a lot of love for him. I was with him 3 weeks before he passed away, by the way. New Year's Eve, we brought a New Year's Eve together. We was at the same party and shit. And with his wife was there in the whole bit. You know what Kobe meant to all of us. But I will tell you this, quick story. So I'm rapping to Kobe, and Kobe knows how I feel about MJ. And Kobe is like, shit, I'd give anything if I could rewind the clock and I could have been in the same areas and I'd have bust his ass, and I'm laughing or whatever. And he was like, tell him. He'll tell you. I tell him that shit all the time. So I picked up the phone, I called MJ. And he's like, start laughing. He said, yeah. He tells me that all the damn time. So what you saying about him, be clear, he believes that. You ain't lying when you talk about what Kobe believes and what Kobe would challenge anybody on. But here's the thing. Kobe wouldn't bring up legacy off the court. he would leave that to others. He like, that shit speaks for itself. He believes just strictly talking about his game, he was MJ.
The baddest.
He believes that. He believed that, God rest his soul. That's how he felt. No doubt about that.
That's why I said to them, like, it wasn't about what you said, it was in the context of the defense for him. Yeah. When you, like, the younger generation is hearing us talk about a guy who can't speak for himself. So all we got now are memories and highlights. So we got our own peers who 5,000 guys watch this dude play. We all should be, not just because he died, but because of what we seen. Like, yeah, he was one of them.
Yeah,
he was one of them.
Yeah, but the flip side to that is we're talking about basketball. So in my position, all you could do is say, yo, when he was alive, this is what he said. This is how he felt. I might have disagreed with him about point A or point D,
100%.
agreed with him on C and D, but as long as you're not discrediting him by omitting the stuff that he said and believed and pointing out his accomplishments along the way, then you're not disrespecting him. You're just talking basketball.
All right. But being better than someone, me being better than you and me having a better NBA career than you is two different things. But we're not talking, if they played one-on-one, we know Kobe gonna mop them. Having a better resume than someone is two different things. You can't confuse the two.
Because
you
we never had that conversation.
You can't say take away the resume. Once you say take away the resume, you're you can't be validated. You can't say take away the resume. You take away my 5 Ds. You take away that. You can't do that. My resume is my resume.
But so
we played in the same era.
The conversation
you needed
is
MVPs,
better.
I got them. You can't say I was a better one-on-one player than you. Take this away. You can't fuck that.
So I can say I'm the best.
You can say if you're a better one-on-one player.
I'm the best one-on-one player.
Cool.
I'm the best scorer.
Cool. Yeah. My time.
I'm the best.
Cool. That is
I'm the
great.
best clutch player.
Cool.
So if I'm the best at all these things, and you are only the best at these 2 things, that means I'm better.
Yeah. My time is faster. So who's faster in reality?
You just moved the goalpost.
If we finished the race and I finished faster, I don't give a fuck how you ran it.
You got a good start.
Cool. It's part of my resume. My start is part of my resume. My endings are part of my resume. You can't pick and choose what you're gonna use.
Yeah,
you can say you have a better.
Because we're not talking about. You just said we come in and have 2 different conversations: resume or who's the best.
Now, when you say who's the best,
you want to have this conversation because you can use all of these metrics and stats to prove this. When we talk about this, you can't have the conversation.
That's eye test.
No, it's not an eye test. It's not, because he said it. He said, Michael, the best version of Michael Jordan that we've seen in comparison to the best version of LeBron James we've seen, bro, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Cool. You said who's the better clutch player?
Between who?
LeBron and Kobe.
Kobe.
Who has the better clutch percentage?
LeBron.
Who has the most clutch shots?
I don't know.
You can tell him.
But you're using stats, right?
Again, so what are you using?
I'm using what we've seen in those moments. Those moments.
So when Kobe's making his, you're looking. When LeBron's making his, you're not looking. So
the clutch shots LeBron's making is at the end of the second quarter.
So again,
right at the end of the second quarter.
But if you're using moments, he didn't have more moments than MJ.
Who? Kobe? Yes, he did.
Clutch.
Yes. And
I'm talking about game winner.
Game winner.
Who has more game winners? Who has more game winners? Kobe or LeBron?
See, he brought up the clutch stat.
Okay.
Which can be end of quarter, could be a lot of different things. Last 3 minutes. But when you talk about game winners, that's the metric of the legacy. That's where you say, man, Christmas against the Miami Heat, Kobe, backboard on Christmas. Merry Christmas, niggas.
You said Merry Christmas. I saw MJ do it to win championships.
You have to use you got to use
1A, 1B
legacy, yo.
1A, 1B.
You can't use what you want to use.
We can, because we all got our own opinion. That's exactly why he sat there and said his opinion. And then you can't tell me I got to use your metric to get your fucking numbers. He just laid it out. This is why I got him 1. This is why I got him 2. And that's why I sat there and was like, you know what? I respect that shit because that's your reason why.
Now, I asked you a question. I said, who Who is a better clutch shooter? You said Kobe. I said, who has the better percentage? You said LeBron. I said, who has the most clutch shot? You said LeBron. Now, if you're LeBron, how are you convincing anyone that Kobe is a better clutch shooter? What are you saying? Like, how are you proving this? If nobody ever seen these two play, how do you prove it to that person?
Do we have to show them highlights?
Do we have to look at the film?
Do you want to show them highlights? If we never seen them play, do they get to see highlights?
Yes.
So they get to see highlights of Kobe's moments of hitting clutch shots?
And then you get
compared to
but
LeBron?
you got to show the other one too, right?
Yeah. So if we base it on that alone, Kobe's definitely
So if
better.
one has 100, one has 50, one is shooting at a 40%, one is shooting at a 6%, how do you, like
one of them,
like,
at the buzzer, Gilbert. At the buzzer, game.
Buzzer beaters is different things than clutch. Like,
game? No, it's not.
If I say
It's the definition of clutch.
If I say who's a better free throw shooter, what are you going to use to determine that? A percentage, right?
But
how do you want to use percentage on one thing, but then you don't want to use on the other? That's the problem.
We do.
Use it all.
We do. It's called 6-0 in the finals.
But
you don't like that percentage, right? You don't like that percentage.
You don't use the Kareem and Bill Russell resume to be the number one.
You're supposed to use everyone. You can't pick and choose what you want to use. I just
so
gave
then,
you,
Bill, like you just said, Bill Russell number one.
I just gave you how do you choose who shoots a better free throw? You're just going to go straight to percentage. You're not going to go off of how it looks. You're going to go off of the percentage. That's how it. You only want to change it.
So if the guy that only shot 1 for 1 that's shooting 1,000%, is he the greatest free throw shooter of all time, Gilbert?
No.
Is he shooting at 100% from the free throw line?
But he shot one.
He hasn't missed.
So if one,
so is the percentages count or not?
So one shot more shots with a higher percentage.
Who's in the front of the leaderboard? The guy who has 100%.
So wait.
I'll switch this up. You know, one of the things that I've always wanted to throw at y'all, I've often said this about LeBron at the small forward spot. Give me LeBron for the first 46 minutes. Give me Larry Bird the last two.
Hey.
See,
last 2
now.
Hey. So how great you gonna be if you gonna sub him out in the last 2 minutes?
Okay.
Huh?
So you think you're better? You think you're better because you played 2 minutes?
Larry Bird.
I need Larry to be a legend. You telling me you need Larry to be a legend?
But LeBron will be on the court.
Well, I'm also telling you I trust him more at the free throw line.
Of course. Larry's a legend.
I trust him at the free throw line.
But that's the problem.
Right.
You're trying to sub in 2 minutes for my 46.
Right.
Because we know you can't take us home.
And you can't play 46.
And I can
Once
take us
upon a
home.
time.
But I take us home.
You can't play
But I
46.
take us home. Steve don't know how to get here, but he know how to get us back.
And you don't know how to get us there.
He know how to get us back.
But you don't know how to get us
We
there.
don't need to.
That's what I said. Like, I'm lifting 46 minutes to your 2, but you think you're better than me.
That's why we work together.
Nobody's putting Ginobili in front of Tim Duncan.
Why would they?
He finished the game.
Yeah.
They're on the same team. What are you talking about?
So where are we going with this?
When you said, can you tell me what team? When you said LeBron's 46 minutes, and then you put in Larry, they was on the same team when you did this, right? No. You was thinking about LeBron.
What I'm saying is when you talk about the small forward spot, I think that LeBron James. Let's say, for example, we're talking about a forward. I think that LeBron James is the greatest ever in that regard, at that position. But what I said was, shit, I saw that damn Larry Bird, bro. In the clutch. You understand? And don't leave him open. Don't let that happen. Don't send him to the free throw line. Don't let that happen. That's how I was looking at it because I know that physically, athletically, in terms of what you're doing over the course of a complete game, he's not LeBron. But those, when you talk about those last 2 minutes, that's all I was saying. That's certainly not to pick him overall, but I think about it sometimes like that.
That's there too.
Yeah.
In clutch, when it comes to somebody like Larry Bird, Kobe, Jordan, because for the most part, I've never really seen Larry like that.
Yes.
Right?
For me, it would be Jordan.
Okay.
For me, it would be Jordan. All day, every day. I just think he's the greatest ever. And not only that, he did on both ends.
And we never bring that up about Kobe.
And Kobe, we need to do more. We need to more. Because Kobe had some years. Kobe had some years where he was locked down.
All NBA offense, all NBA defense
he got more,
for 10
right?
straight
The
years.
same, right? Ain't it the same?
The only
Ain't
player
it the same?
in history.
Like 9 all,
Look that
all
up.
defense?
I need to see that stat because I think Jordan got him beat even on that
Yes,
one.
he does.
No, I think
In the decade from
think
2000
On out the
2010.
decade, so we're taking out 96 to 2000.
Got it.
That's the problem. You can't take out shit, man. Just let everybody
Because you don't like
be
it. I
what it is.
like doing
But
shit he don't like.
You can't let.
I like doing shit he don't like.
You can't take out
It's supposed
resume.
to be his favorite player, but he don't like me putting his favorite player at number one.
No, you got to take out
fucking
resume.
weird. Like, you be glad
because
for me
he
to
has
just put
Kobe
Kobe
over-
everywhere.
he has
But
Kobe
every
over-
time I bring him up,
Like,
oh
he
no,
has-
you can't just do
He has
that.
Kobe over Jordan. You just let
fucking-
everybody resume speak for itself.
Weirdest
Stop
shit in the world.
minimizing this year
You
versus
don't want
this
me to
year. Like,
promote your
you
favorite
can't
player.
do that.
So
You can't say
So
from
weird.
2000 to 2000. When did he win his last MVP? 2000 to 2009. Kobe was. You can't do that, man.
But-
So
let
look,
everybody
Kobe did that.
let everybody resume speak for the
So
whole
we got
resume.
to put a pin in this right now, Stephen A. We know you're a busy man. You only got a little bit of time left. You said you want to talk about the Jaylen Brown situation. So let's get